Part 4. And that damn telephone. I need to throw it in the fish pond. Seriously now, let's finish this up. What are you going to do with the remaining time? You won't get a second chance. We've established that. I've seen too many casualties, civilian casualties in locations where they failed to prepare. You live in the information age. You have access that they did not have in parts of the world right now. You have access they didn't have in World War I or World War II, and they perished. You have the opportunity generations before you did not have. There's no excuse for people not to prepare. I've seen bodies of people that were killed by security forces and violent civilians. Do not dare underestimate the potential liability for violent civilians as individuals, gangs, groups, mobs, and marauders to kill you as you're searching for food, water, or shelter. I've seen that on locations. The feds have studied this, people. They've studied it. Most of it's covert operations, covert ops. They've studied it. Are you maximizing your time to prepare yourself, your family, and your unit? I'm not going to live in regret. I refuse to submit to living in regret because I failed to seize the opportunity to prepare myself, my family, and my unit to endure this. I will not submit to fear. I will not submit to the evil behind this. I'm not going to be overwhelmed. I've been through hell and destruction, death and destruction. I have scars on my body. And I'm not going to be intimidated by technology. I know the capabilities. And I know what violent civilians are capable of doing, but I'm not going to let my family starve out, dehydrate out. And I'm not going to let them perish from exposure to extreme heat or cold. I'm going to fight those threats as well when the time comes. It's not easy having 1 foot over here in what remains of your life in your country and 1 foot over here in hell and destruction. Most people do not wake up going, I have nothing better to do except suffer and be tormented by hell and destruction. Well, you have to get acclimated to it, people. I'm strong-minded. I will fight a threat no matter what it takes when the time comes. And I reiterate, I made my point known in my last video on June 19th of preemptive strikes. I'm still against it. You don't have imminent danger in front of you to justify going off the deep end and gearing up and going off on foreign troops, government officials, or anybody right now. We're not there, and you shouldn't be even thinking that. That's probably a threat now that you have to consider. Is somebody going to go off and do something stupid and pull 300 million people into hell and destruction? I will consider those people an enemy if they do it. If I piss somebody off with this part of the video, I don't care. I have pissed off people all my adult life with command decisions. I would rather have you alive and pissed off to live another day or live a successful, long life, decades ahead of now, than be an ass-kissing people pleaser and worried about what somebody thinks. Some things need to be done, some things need to be said, and putting the human life above stupidity has always been part of my objectives. Now, in closing, I'll leave you with this. Hear, see, and sort for yourself. Don't let fear occupy your life. Don't let rage destroy you. Remain stable. Remain poised. And remain prepared. And be prepared to rebuild this country one day. Regardless, if this ends up violent and it's looking like eventually it will, we're going to have to rebuild. And I don't want fools back up and leading this country that we've elected and appointed. We can do better than that, people. There are decent people out in this country that could lead this country back to success. Think about the rebuilding, but you can't rebuild without resolution. I hope it's peaceful. Continue your peaceful outreach. I know it's a pain in the ass trying to negotiate through mitigating circumstances with people who don't care about you in D.C. But you have to believe that we still have our Constitution. You still have freedom and liberty. Exercise under the scope of the law your rights to voice your opinion. And when if the time comes to defend, then you better give it your best damn shot every day. I bid you peace, good health, freedom and liberty, and the wisdom, the courage, and the intestinal fortitude, and find that discipline, people. You're going to need it. I've got to get out of these clothes and get back to my tactical preparations. Good day, and carry on.
Just